זוהי זכותו הטבעית של העם היהודי.
אנחנו במפה ואנחנו נשארים במפה, לא רק ספורט ולא.
אלו הטבעית וההיסטורית, אנו מכריזים בזאת על הקמת מדינה יהודית בארץ ישראל.
The Israeli sport for me is about carrying the flag on my uniform since I was 15 years old, and also it's about something that unifies everybody, just watching sport, cheering for your team, cheering for your country during Olympics or Paralympic Games. It's something that unites everybody.
I think that Israeli sport is one of our biggest victories as a country. It's the best symbol for excellence and determination.
I think the thing that everyone is thinking about is their health during this time, and being mentally healthy is just as important as physically healthy. So health in general in all aspects is very important these days.
Health as a concept is situation dependent. So whatever you are used to or however you used to measure it may no longer be accurate. Reassess and discover what health is for mind and body now.
Even though I'm not allowed to go out and train, I'm not giving up on that. I'm still training, I'm still coaching my kids. I'm doing it through a Zoom application or by myself. Sometimes I'm training with my own children. I think it's important not because I want to stay fit. It's important because it helped me stay in a good mood. And I think if we will stay in a good mood, it will help us overcome the corona. So keep on training, keep on smiling, and you will see we will beat that.
A healthy soul in a healthy body is very relevant for these days, because if we want to stay with optimistic mood and with happy soul, we must to move our body, especially on these strange and difficult days.
Composition of body and mind, body and soul is always one. It's not that you can separate one from each other. So especially in times like that, especially in times of challenges and difficulties, it's really important to keep our mind healthy and to keep our body healthy, because both of them are working together all the time. And we need to find things that makes our soul happy. And I think it's very individual, what makes you happy, what makes you feel more comfortable, what helps you relax, what helps you breathe more, because it's important. So that's part of the soul. And of course, for me, doing any kind of physical activity, being active, working out, doing some gym, doing some aerobic fitness time, for me it also helps my soul. So as an athlete, it combines, and I cannot separate the two.
עשאל, אחד מהשחקנים המבטיחים, הנמרצים.
בגיל צעיר כבר הוא סומן.
בא לטרוף את המשחק, לטרוף את החיים.
מוטיבציה, כישרון.
הוא ספורטאי בכל רמ"ח איבריו.
אני כאבא מאוד גאה בו. תמיד אני הולך ואני אומר, אני אבא של עשאל.
פיגוע בתחנות איתמר. מחבל הצליח לבוא בחשכת הלילה מהוועד יצר בתוך בית ויורה ב3 מבני משפחת שבו.
הפיגוע היה ב-2002, אני הייתי בן 9 ואני התחזיתי למת ואז בעקבות זה אני שרדתי.
עשאל בן 9 שנפצע קשה ורגלו נקטעה ואביה בת 12 הונו לבתי החולים.
בבית העלמין באיתמר נטמנו היום זה לצד זה 4 בני משפחת שבו שנהרגו אמש בפיגוע.
שמעתי את אחים שלי נרצחים לידי. זה משהו שכאילו זכור לי עד היום, הקולות, הרעשים הקטנים, הנשימות האחרונות. הרבה שנים חייתי עם התחושה הזאת, עם המחשבה, למה לא נגיד ניסיתי לתפוס את אח שלי הקטן שהיה לידי ולחסות עליו, לחסות אותו, ונסות בעצם להציל גם אותו.
אמרתי לעצמי למחרת בבוקר, אני חייב לקום בשבילהם. אני אבא נשארתי, אני הגב שלהם, ומפה אני מתחיל לצעוד.
אם לא אבא שלי, אני הייתי מתפרק. ואז מגיע שיקום.
הוא מהרגע הראשון רצה, אני הולך ברגל לבד. זו הייתה השאיפה שלו כל הזמן מההתחלה, לנצח.
המוות שלי היה במרחק נגיעה. נשארתי בחיים, אין שום דבר שיעצור אותי. אני מרגע שנפצעתי, דבר ראשון שהתחלתי לעשות זה שחייה. התחלה זה היה באמת בעניין קטע שיקומי, אבל אחרי זה גם התחלתי לקחת את זה לפן יותר תחרותי. שם במים לא הרגשתי את הנכות שלי, להפך, הרגשתי שאני בולט בעקבות הנכות שלי. עברתי על תהליך מאוד ארוך עם עצמי, אז הרגשתי שאני צריך לעשות קאט בחיים שלי ולעבור לענף ספורט חדש, כאילו ממש להשאיר את כל העבר שלי בתוך המים, והייתי ממש 2 לפני אולימפיאדה. לפני משהו כמו 9 שנים, אבא שלי התחתן פעם שנייה. להילה יש 5 ילדים מהנישואים הקודמים שלה. אבא שלי והילה ידעו שמה שיחבר את שתי המשפחות זה ילדים חדשים. אני איבדתי 3 אחים, והגיעו 3 חדשה. זה מעבר לזה שהם אחים שלי, זה מעבר לזה שאבא שלי השתקם והתחתן פעם שנייה, כאילו, קיבל לי פה את אחים שלי בחזרה. זה החותם שלנו. עברנו משהו קשה, ופרחנו מזה. שמנו גינה שפורחת.
כל דבר שהוא עושה זה בשביל אמא שלו ובשביל האחים שלו. הניצחון שלו זה גם ניצחון שלנו.
הניצוץ הזה שהיה חסר לי, שקיבלתי אותו מהשחייה בהתחלה, מצאתי אותו בכדורסל וכיסאות גלגלים. זו קבוצה של כל אחד עבר הרבה קושי, ועם כל זה, הוא נמצא פה היום, הוא הרים את עצמו, והכדורסל עזר לו.
קח את הטוב, ילד. עשאל הוא אחד השחקנים הצעירים בנבחרת. אופי מאוד מאוד נחוש, עובד מאוד מאוד קשה, לא מוותר לעצמו. השיר את השיר, ילד.
זה לא במקרה שהוא מתמיד כל כך בספורט ומגיע להישגים. יש לו כוח רצון אדיר.
הוא מביא איזושהי אהבה גדולה, איזושהי תשוקה לשחק, וזה באמת חוויה להסתכל עליו, והשראה לכולנו.
מבחינתי מטרת העל שלי, כספורטאי להגיד אני באולימפיאדה. השתתפות במכבייה, מבחינתי זה סוג של תיקון. לבוא ולהגיד, אני עברתי פיגוע בגלל שאני יהודי, אז פה היום אני מייצג את היהודים בצורה הכי טובה שאני יכול. אני שמח שניתנה לי הזדמנות להיות חלק מזה.
הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבט אחים גם יחד. חג שמח. Today, we millions of Jews all over the globe in more than 1,000 Jewish community centers, holding hands in one big celebration in a huge circle. We celebrate that we have a Jewish state, a homeland for Jews wherever they are, the state of Israel. We celebrate our achievements in gathering over 8 million Jews from 4 corners of the world to a place where we can master our present and take responsibility of the future of the Jewish people. Israel arevim ze baze. All of the people of Israel are responsible for each other. We celebrate the revival of Jewish culture in the spirit of and values of our rich ancient legacy. We celebrate a state of ours that can serve as a state of the arts in science. We celebrate the achievements that could not be done without the Jews from all over the world, holding hands in meeting the challenge. JCC Global is honored to celebrate today with the State of Israel and its people and bring forth the blessing, memories, and hopes. Wherever you are, Istanbul, Casablanca, Lima, Milwaukee, Odessa, Tel Aviv, we are all in part of one living tapestry, one big family that strives tirelessly to ensure a meaningful and sustainable future for years to come. Am Israel Chai, Chag Sameach.
חזרנו אז עוד הארץ נושאת יבולה מאוד יפים הם מללות בכלל דרם השמש עולה עוד רכבת חוצה שם פרדס ירוק חסידה עוד רוגעת מעל ועוד ניסה הערפל בעמק בין הזריחה והדל היי 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 פה מסיבה בלעדיי, אף אחד לא עושה את זה יותר טוב ממני. היי, נשים את הצרות מאחוריי, אני לא הולך על שכולכם משנונים. היי, שמעתי שהתקלתי בלעדיי, אף אחד לא עושה את זה יותר טוב ממני. היי, הראש כבר מסתובב כולם בעי, לא נעצור עד שכולכם משנונים.
להיט, תרימו לי האיט, תרימו לב עולה, הקצב כאן עולה.
מהפכה של שמחה, כי כולנו משפחה, ונרקום בטירוף, כי הגיע הזמן לעוף. מעכשיו רק שמחה, נשקיע בהזריקה, השתגענו מורים, אם שותים כן רוקדים. עם ישראל חי, עם ישראל חי, עם ישראל, עם ישראל, עם ישראל חי, עם ישראל חי.
One tip that I have during this time is to keep a routine. I think it's really important to stay on a schedule and give yourself something to do every day. So either a goal or a list of things that you want to get done, and waking up around the same time each day is very important.
I don't know why you're asking me for those tips, but the way I see it, I break it down to 3 things: perception, analysis, and action. Although actions are quite limited right now. Chances are, whatever you find yourself doing or not doing is good. Just insist that you are continually learning and compiling information about yourself, your situation, what is right in front of you, and what is on the horizon in the direction you are considering going. Don't be afraid to sit still. Don't ruminate on actions that cannot yet be taken.
I think we can all agree that nobody chose to be in this strange situation, but since it's already here, I think we can all try and use it. We got a chance in the middle of our crazy life to just stop and think whether we are on the right path, maybe we need to do something differently. Actually, we got a chance to look backwards in the middle of our life, and I'm sure that if we're going to do that, maybe the corona will make us a stronger or better man. So good luck with that, and don't give up.
I think the most important one is to try and keep some kind of a routine. The time you wake up in the morning, all the times of eating, because people tend to eat more when they're home, so make sure you're on top of that. Also get inside your schedule, and of course physical activity. Any kind of physical activity that suits you is perfect. And when during the day you have specific times for specific tasks, it helps you create a better schedule, it helps you create a better routine, and it kind of takes off some of the chaos that we all felt in the first few weeks of this coronavirus.
It seems that the whole world is turned upside down. Everything is different. We don't know what's going to happen, how the future is going to look like. My life just changed all of a sudden in one night when I was injured, and I've had a lot of long and sleepless nights in the hospital. And I can honestly say that even though these are hard times for everyone, I think these times give us the opportunity to try new things we didn't even consider, things we may have considered but didn't think we have the time to do it because we always have these excuses in the routine and work and school and children. Why not do it now? I mean, the whole world is changing, so why not try new things?
The first thing I'll do once this is all over is go back to normal training. I'm used to training in a large group in the pool and in the gym, but I think the thing that I'll look forward to the most is just being able to see people, give people hugs, get together.
What will be the first thing I do once it's over? Over? Who knows what is over and what has yet to begin? In my mind, the flood is simultaneously yet to come, still around us, and has passed. The ark still needs to be built, is carrying me through the storm, and is no longer needed as I learn to till the soil. The covenant is both unknown to me, yet guaranteed. So what is the first thing I'll do? Speak to you.
The first thing that I will do when the corona is over is the only thing that I couldn't do right now, coaching judo. So I will gather all the kids in the dojo and I will give them a very long and hard training. I really miss that.
So the first thing I'm going to do when all of this is over is taking the car and driving all the way to my parents' house in Carmiel in the north part of Israel.
The first thing I'm going to do when it's all over is, of course, to hug and kiss my mommy, my family, my dear friends.
My boat. I'm out of my boat for the last 6 weeks and doing all the workout indoors. And I think that for me, being out and just using my body outside of my wheelchair is so important to me. And so when I'm in my boat, I'm kind of feeling much more able during my workouts, and just being out in nature and one with my boat is something that I really miss.
Everything and nothing. The nostalgic familiarity of pre-corona days makes them now seem easy. The future will likely be more difficult, yet much will be familiar.
I'm very used to hugging and kissing my favorite people, talk to people face to face, and also I miss very much my lectures.
There's a lot of things that I miss about the pre-corona days. One thing is being able to train in a large group and being able to just go outside and do whatever you want, have restaurants open, have businesses open. There's so much that has changed and will be nice to get back once this is all over.
Hag Sameach. Happy Israel Independence Day. I'm Doron Krakow, President and CEO of JCC Association of North America, and I am very proud to take part in celebrating the 72nd anniversary of the modern state of Israel. This year's celebration takes place against the backdrop of a worldwide health crisis, the COVID-19 pandemic. Israel, which has endured more crises, more wars, more terror than perhaps any other country in the world, has managed to continue to build and to grow, achieving greater success in this its 72nd year than at any time in its history. In the aftermath of crisis, Israel didn't retrench, it hasn't downsized, it doesn't compromise. Every crisis has become a stepping stone to greater achievement and stronger resolve. What do I wish for the state of Israel on this Yom HaAtzmaut? A heartfelt Chag Sameach, and a 73rd year filled with inspiration, prosperity, and peace. May Israel continue to be a light unto the nations and an engine for building and strengthening the Jewish community around the world. Chag Atzmaut Sameach.
Competing at Maccabiah is not just a childhood dream come true for me. It's a story of triumph and of wellness. My family has always shared a love for Israel and for our Jewish heritage. Everybody's life has its ups and downs. It's about grabbing those opportunities, finding the positives in every situation, and overcoming that. And this is my story. When I was about 15 and my brother was 17, we both qualified to go to Maccabiah for swimming. Swimming wasn't such a big thing at Maccabiah in those days, so we didn't land up going.
As a little girl, you could never get Amanda out the pool. She swam day and night and you could not get her out the water.
Fast forward to 2013 and I had another opportunity to go to Maccabiah. I qualified and work commitments got in the way and I couldn't go. So in April 2016, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. And my biggest fear at the time was, has it spread? And it had. And I remember discussing the treatment protocol with my specialist and asking him, how's this going to impact me? And he said to me, Mandy, you're going to have to write off a year. Write off a year? Is he mad? I don't even know how long I'm going to live. I'm going to make the best of this year. I'm going to reset goals. I'm going to grab every opportunity and I'm going to try and achieve and experience the most I could out of this year.
My mum inspires me every day. She's always been hardworking, determined and motivated. And throughout her cancer journey, none of that's changed.
So after my mastectomy, it occurred to me that exercise could play an important role in aiding my recovery. So I got back into the water with my kids who were training to qualify for Maccabiah.
This Maccabiah is so important to me because I'll be experiencing Israel for the first time with my family while competing in the Maccabiah Games for Australia.
Going through chemotherapy for about 7 months, as you can imagine, there were some good days and some not so good days.
All right, so Mandy's quite competitive when it comes to sport, very strong spirit and just incredible positivity about her.
So qualifying for me for Maccabiah was a bit of a balance between training and getting fit enough to actually swim well, and also chemotherapy and getting weaker with each chemo treatment. During that process, I qualified for the 50 breast, the 50 free, the 50 fly, the 100 free, and the 100 breaststroke. And I remember at the end of the 100 breaststroke, I was so depleted that I struggled to drag myself out of the pool. But I had done it and I had qualified. So I've grabbed this opportunity for a second lease on life, and as a family, we'll be competing in Maccabiah 2017. It is such a privilege to be representing Australia. It is also an honor to be part of the Jewish community of sport. We're pumped. Watch out, Maccabiah 2017. Here we come.
I feel incredible. It's just been an awesome journey getting here. It was really tough to qualify because I was going through chemo at the time. And so just getting here and being able to get in the water and race and be cheered on by so many of my teammates, it's just awesome. And I just want to say thank you to all my breasties, the best of the breasties, and my family who've supported me to help me get here.
The first thing I want to wish, obviously, I wish you all good health. I think we all wish that to everyone in the world, and I wish that to all the Israelis. Second, I'd like to wish you prosperity. I know the times are very tough. They're tough everywhere, and they're tough in Israel, and I realize that. But I just know you will come out of it, stronger and bigger and better, just as you always have. The final thing I want to wish you is just be yourself, be Israelis, be proactive, be at the forefront, be fighters, and just continue being who you are. And I know we all love you here in the States. We always think about Israel. It's at the forefront. Israel's at the forefront of our thinking and of our minds. We all love you. As we're all sitting here at home, quarantined, I think the importance of the Maccabiah is just cannot be overstated. Maccabiah is not about sitting at home and being isolated and doing Zoom calls to each other or phone calls. Maccabiah is about being together. It's about bringing people together, bringing the Jewish people together, not Jewish people, friendly to the state of Israel. It's about camaraderie. It's about sport, clean sport, and it's about love at the end of the day. I'm sure all of us cannot wait until 2022 when we can all be together and hug each other and have fun together, competing and doing everything else that Maccabiah stands for. So let's pray for that, let's hope for that, and I know we'll see each other very soon.
Every time I face any kind of challenge, through my workout, through competition, it just makes me stronger. Every time I feel that I'm out of power, I'm out of breath, I cannot keep doing the exercise that I'm doing, I'm also discovering the strength that I have to actually overcome that moment and being able to complete the full session. And I think that also why I'm an athlete, because I love those challenges and I love pushing myself to the limit and then discovering, well, I can do even a little bit more, and that's amazing.
I have learned so much from being an athlete and in the sports world. For one, just learning how to learn and how to grow and how to take things step by step, set goals. There's just so many things that I've learned from sports. It's hard to say which the most important was, but just how to be passionate about something and try and reach your goals. I think that's the thing I've gotten the most out of sport.
With age and experience comes, quote, decay of the body and, quote, new understandings and tools for complexity. Thus, the body of the athlete renews itself. The world of sports is but a system of measurements and mirrors to assure me that I am not alone in a body designed with broad limits and infinite capabilities that are now nearly obsolete. There's much of what we do with our body that it's not really that useful anymore. It's so that we remember where we came from.
The most important things that I have learned as an athlete is that hard work is always pays off. And the sky is not the limit. We can achieve everything that we can imagine in our head. We need only to believe in ourselves and to do the best we can in every second of our life.
Through my athletic career, I had two really emotional and exciting moments. One of them was winning the gold in the 2015 World Championship, and just being a world champion, realizing you're the best. It's an amazing moment in my career. And obviously my medal in Rio Paralympic Games, where I was there during the medal ceremony, and I had my bronze medal on my chest, and one of the guys from the Israeli team was able to bring my son to the podium, and he was 7 months old. So I think that was very powerful for me, just being able to create this moment for my family.
Representing Israel in the Maccabiah in 2017 was very special to me because I had competed for Team USA in 2009 and 2013, and then after that made Aliyah. And so it was very special to come back and be able to compete in the Maccabiah for Team Israel. And it's a lot different from representing Israel in the Olympics. That was also very special. I did that in 2016, and so it was nice after doing that to then come back to the Maccabiah in 2017 and be able to compete there. It was sort of like a celebration of the Maccabiah experience for me and what it meant to me, in that it was the starting point of me moving to Israel.
Representing Israel in the Paralympic Games is something very big, and of course it's the biggest event of the sport. The whole world is watching, and it's very exciting. But representing Israel in the Maccabiah Games is all about the Jewish people, and I think that the combination between the excitement of sport, but also the excitement of having so many Jewish people from all over the world coming to Israel. This is something that I remember a few years back when I was lighting the torch in the Maccabiah opening ceremony. My heart was just going outside of my chest because I was so excited. And I think just the atmosphere of the Maccabiah is something that I will never forget.
The most exciting moment for me, like an Israeli athlete, is of course to be the flag bearer of our beautiful country at the Rio Olympics 2016. It's definitely one of the greatest moments of my life.
I think the 2013 Maccabiah opening ceremony was one of the best experiences I've ever had in my life. Walking around the stadium with holding the torch, tens of thousands of people cheering up on you. It was really unbelievable. I was so afraid I'm going to drop the torch and everyone was going to burn. But it was such an amazing experience, and it was there was a lot of power in the stadium that night, and I think everyone felt it. All the Jews from all over the world that came to participate in the Maccabiah games felt it, and I can honestly say that was one of the best nights I've ever had in my life.
Well, the size, scope, and complexity of the Olympics as a sporting event is fundamentally different, at least to me. As an American, I wish to fulfill my duty to the team and to the competition, but aside from that, my individual freedom is central to my identity at the Olympic Games. The Maccabiah is tighter in scope, smaller in size, with less organizational discipline as a sports event. This allows for greater freedom of movement and creativity. As an American Jew, while I find myself caring deeply in developing a responsibility for my team, my identity is the constant friction and growth from the intersection of existential questions being a diasporic Jew, an American citizen in the Orient.
Anytime I get a chance to represent my country, it's an honor and something I cherish. It was incredibly special to represent Canada in the Maccabiah Games because it strengthened my Jewish identity and connectedness to Israel. It's about more than the athletics, which is why winning the Maccabiah Games was an icing on the cake bonus because it was the best Jewish athletes from around the world competing.
Listen to the voices of the past, but know that unavoidably you'll have to discover and use your own voice if you wish to be.
For the new generation of Israeli sport, I want to say that there are three main things you need in order to be able to be a professional athlete, and it's really up to you, because you need 100% of motivation, of will, of wanting to be an athlete and giving everything you have in order to do it. The second thing is action, is not just having a big dream and sitting on the couch or lying in bed at night and dreaming of being the best basketball player you can be, or the best rower, or the best tennis player. It's about the actions you take every day to make it happen, the way you treat your body, the way you eat, the way you sleep, and the way you put everything you have during your training. And the third thing is perseverance. You have to be able to repeat it again and again and again for years in order to become the best athlete you can be.
I want to tell to the future generation of Israeli sport to look forward all the time and remember that all these difficult moments coming to get us up stronger and better. So be patient, believe in your dreams, and work hard.
I want to wish you all the best. Stay safe, stay healthy, and remember that even when things look bad, it will change. Things will get better. So, toda rabah.
My wish for the next generation of Jewish and Israeli athletes is to take advantage of the opportunity the Maccabiah Games gives you by developing friendships with people who share the same religion as you, yet have cultural differences, using Judaism as a common bond. Yom Ha'atzmaut Sameach.
To the future generation of Israeli sports, I'd like to say, go out there, find a sport you love, give it all you got, don't limit yourself in the success that you can have, and have fun trying to be the best athlete you can be.
הטבעית של העם היהודי. אנחנו במפה ואנחנו נשארים במפה, לא רק ספורט ולא. אלו הטבעית וההיסטורית, אנו